Alright. Alright. Guys are set up here. La-da-dee, la-da-da. Alright guys, let me just see how this looks real quick and we will get to things. Just let's just make sure we're live here, guys. Hold on. All right. I think we're in business. Epic fail on my part for the beginning of these 3 days. Hey. Right. Doesn't show up. What are you wanting to do, man? Alright. Alrighty, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, we're looking at the beautiful stream. Woo woo. Alright, get rid of that. We're gonna come right over here. Alright, so here we go. Alright. Apologies, everybody. I've been twitching. I've been been up on the Twitch stream lately, so I'm kind of used to how that setup is. So I'm trying to get my setup the same way for YouTube as well. So I apologize for the intro, whatever. Yeah, it's just a little bit when you switch over to OBS, when you switch OBS over from Twitch to YouTube, it just gets goofy. So whatever. We're gonna jump right in. We're gonna dive into Cisco Modeling Lab today. Just because what I want to do is I kind of want to share what I've been doing over at Twitch. I want to share it with my folks over at YouTube. Just because sometimes it's easier for folks to catch me up on YouTube than it would be for everybody to maybe catch me up on Twitch. So, this is my my attempt to just share with everybody what I've been doing over there, and maybe I can interest you guys to come join me over there every once in a while. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing some simple network configuration. We're gonna get Cisco Modeling Lab hooked up on the internet here. We're gonna just go through the process. We're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be chit chatting, listening to some tunes. That's it. So let's come over here, guys. Let's create a new lab. We're gonna call this the YouTube lab. All right. So here you go, YouTube. We got our own little lab today. I went ahead and I was trying to figure this out earlier, guys. I'm right up here. And this is for only, I guess, for the folks that use Cisco Modeling Lab. But I was trying to figure out how to increase the storage, and I was able to figure it out today. So if anybody's interested, I was able to because originally when you boot up this OBS this file, it usually comes with usually just not comes, but it automatically just it puts the settings for 16 gigs. So I just partitioned another hard drive and added it to it, and now we got more space because this Ansible lab that we created last week ate up a good bit of storage in there. So I knew that today this lab was going to eat up some space, so that's why I had to figure out how we were going to increase it so we can do this lab today. So we got our YouTube lab. Let's do it, folks. All right. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Just a little bit. Some coffee. I'm gonna need more coffee. All right, guys. Like I promised, we're gonna hook up. We're just gonna do a simple network configuration. Boom. Grabbing some stuff real quick, guys. Just putting out our devices real quick. We'll go through. We'll start naming some of our stuff. All right. But I just wanted to get everything out real quick. Just getting out all our play pieces. You know what I'm saying? Getting all our toys out. Pretty much. All right. So this should keep our stuff pretty. This should keep our lab pretty light today. We're not using any. We won't use any Docker images or anything like that in this lab, because keep everything nice and light. How's everybody doing though? Everybody doing pretty good? Any questions at all, guys, about what I'm doing, just feel free to ask me at any time. We'll zoom in just a little bit more and see how that looks for everybody. That looks pretty good. You know what I'm gonna do actually? Let me just bring this one up just a little bit more, because when I open up the web count, when I open up the console there, what's gonna happen is we're gonna lose some room down. We're gonna lose some room down here. So I'm actually just gonna pick this up a little bit. See how that looks? Still looks pretty good. All right. I still got room for my marker. Very good. All right, everybody. So yeah, there we go. So this is gonna be our topology here. All right, we're gonna keep things very simple. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start. Just do some configurations. Internet. And edit. We're going to keep it as a NAT. All right. So this right here, guys, very important. All right. We're going to keep this as a NAT. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's off the screen. Okay, no big deal. All right. So what I'm saying, guys, is we're going to use this as a NAT. So this is going to be a NAT interface, which is network address translation. Network address translation. Okay, NAT. So there you go. All right, what this is doing for us is all right. So there you go. So there's NAT right there, guys. All right. So what it's doing for us is it's going to be translating our address that it's going to give us, because we're going to hook this up. We're going to configure this interface with DHCP. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect out the internet that way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Any questions, guys? Just ask me at any time. All right. So that configuration is pretty good. We'll keep you that way. Interfaces. 4 interfaces. You know what? We're gonna remove 2, because we don't need 4. All right. So there you go. Just remove 2 interfaces. That's all we need. Done. All right. He's good. All right. We're gonna come over here to. We're gonna name this one. All right. Multi-layer. All right. Because he's going to be acting as a multi-layer switch for us. He's going to be doing some IP routing too as well. He's also going to be acting as a DHCP server. So that's. Should I name him DHCP? I might name him DHCP. No, we'll just say multi-layer. All right. Just to keep things simple, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna come over here. We'll go to interfaces. He's got 4 interfaces. Let's give him 1 more. Actually, oh no. So we'll remove this one. How many interfaces we got now, guys? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me remove this one. Oh. So all we need is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we have our 5. There's our 5 interfaces. That's all we're going to need, guys, is 5 interfaces. So that's all I'm going to configure him with. Her with. All right. these guys over here. You're going to be named switch -1. And how many ports do you have? You got plenty of ports. That's all we're going to need. You're good. All right. Over here. You do the same thing. We'll name you switch 2. Alright. Actually, you know what? We're going to come over here. We're going to get rid of all the other interfaces. We're only going to use, you know what? We're only going to stick with 3 interfaces. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, yep, 3. 3. That's all we need. Looks good. I like it. Sometimes the less is better, guys. Alright? So you're going to be, just so we can keep things, so you're going to be, what should we name this one, guys? How about we, oh. There we go. How about we name you Sales 1. You got 1 interface. Yep, that's all we need on you. We'll name you Sales 2. The only reason why we're doing this, just to keep some separation on this, guys. New production 1. And 2, okay? Alright, so how are we looking? Yep, topology looks pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and start hooking up all our interfaces we got going on here. So we're gonna start from the right, guys, and we're gonna work our ways to the left, okay? So here we go. Go, boom. 0 to that 1 port, yep. Hook you up here, 0 to 1. Hook you through, yep, 1 to 1. 0 to 2. Okay. 0 to 1. Dun, 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 dun. Keeping everything nice and neat. The way I like to do it. Alright. So there we go, guys. So we just hooked up. We got everything connected. Alright. We made our physical connections to all of our devices. Alright. We'll go ahead now. And we're going to start getting everything fired up, everybody. So we'll get the, yep, so there we go. So you can see right here with that little arrow, green check mark comes up, means it's up. We're going to come over here to our router. Now the router and the multi-layer switch, those 2 devices right there, they're going to take a little bit to come up. These are real iOS images, guys. So yeah, so it'll take a minute, but so what we're going to be seeing though once everything starts coming up, and kind of how we're going to break down what we're going to be going over here is, so again, so like I said earlier, this is a NAT interface, okay? And we're going to go into this router here, and we're gonna ask for we're gonna ask the DHCP server that's over here. All right, so there's a DHCP server on this NAT interface. All right, and we're gonna ask it on our interface here for an IP address. Okay, so we're gonna get a dynamically allocated IP address on the on the outside facing interface here on this router. All right, that's going to this again, the NAT interface here. All right, and when we do that, we're gonna get some, we're probably, I'm just gonna take a guess here, because I've done it on Cisco Modeling Lab before, and I believe the network it's gonna give me is gonna be 192.168.255 dot something. Okay, so we're just gonna wait. All right, we're gonna wait for the this. We're gonna wait for our little indicator here. So there you go. It just came up actually right there. And we're gonna come over here. We're gonna ask for a console, and we're gonna open up a console. We'll say auto. Make this big. All right, we're gonna say no to the initial script. Okay. Because we're going to go ahead and we're going to manually configure all this ourselves, guys. All right. All right. All right, so there we go, guys. Our router has successfully booted up. It's always nice when they successfully. I'm just going to open up another seltzer water here, guys. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, guys. Let's dive back in here. All right. So here we go. We're back over here at our router. All right. And we're just gonna dive right into some simple configuration. So we're gonna I'm gonna go to the configuration mode. All right. Host name. Router. And we'll do a user name, username, say help, say admin, privilege 15, oh. I believe that's the right. Double check everything you do. Domain name, go to com. Cisco.lab. We'll say Cisco.lab. That'd be my new thing, huh? We'll say crypto key John crypto RSA modulus we're just getting SSH set up real quick, guys. That's it. I'm just gonna go through these. I should have this like set up in a script, but we'll set that up in a script as we go through things, guys. Sooner or later, we'll set it all in a script. That'll be part of another episode. We'll get it all set up in a script. Alright. Let's do this real quick. Fine. It's Y. 04. Login. Local. Forward. SSH. Exit. Oh. Secret. Write that all real quick. Alright, now let's do this, guys. Let's go into interface. And that was gigabit 0-0. Alright, we're going to do IP address, Dhcp. Alright. And then we'll give it a no shut. Alright, we'll give it a description. Hold on 1 second. We're going to get an IP address here in 1 second. Two seconds. 2 seconds it took us. So there you go. So we just got our IP address. I'll show it to you guys real quick. So here we go. So we got an IP address of 192.168.85. All right. Out of our gigabit Ethernet 0-0 assigned Dhcp address. All right. Here's our subnet mask is 255.255.255. So pretty much the /24. Subnet host name just the router. All right. All right. So we're gonna say interface to internet. All right. Then we'll exit out of there. We'll go into what should we do now? So, okay, let's, let me just look at my IP routes real quick. So let's do a do show. Just want to make sure I got IP route. I want to see if I got a default route. Yeah, I did. All right, I just wanted to make sure I got a default route and I didn't have to configure that real quick. So I got a so right here when it says see if you guys can see that gateway of last resort. So it's 192.168.255.1 to network 0.0.0. So that's just my gateway out to the internet right there. So serial, as you could tell, and then you can see connected right there, and then local. Okay. So we're all set on that part right there. So that's one less thing we got to worry about. So now all we got to do is interface gigabit 0-1. All right. We're going to give this an IP address of we'll say 10.0.1.1. That's my famous one right there, and that's 255.255.255.0. All right. And we'll give this a no shut. And we'll give it a description. interface to network. All right. Let's exit. And then let's do this real quick. Let's do IP router. Sensitive IP Ospf. Yep, Ospf. Actually, let's do this first. Let's do interface. Boop. Back to 0. We'll do an IP address real quick. IP address. 1.1.1.1 and 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Alright, looks good. Alright, give it no shot. Good. Let's do a do right real quick. And then we're going to do a IP, Ospf, and one because it's a standard. And we'll do some context sensitive help for that. Display ID. So yeah, we're just going to say 1. Come on, man. What are you doing? Okay, so road Ospf context sensitive help process ID 1. There you go. All right, so now we're in Ospf configuration mode. We're going to say network. Okay. I'm going to say the old tens network, so 0-0-0. And we're just going to say the whole entire tens network. There we go. And that is in area 0. So we're just going to get that configured into Ospf real quick. And we'll do the same thing for just to cover all my bases. Alright, let's exit out of there. We'll do right real quick. Alright, now let's configure some NAT. So we're going to do access list. Access list 1. Yeah, right. Yeah. All right. Access list per minute. And that'll be the tens, the whole entire tens. All right. to be the whole entire, so 0-2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. Right. All right. We'll say IP, NAT. We're going to say inside source list 1, and we're going to identify that as interface gigabit 0-0. Right. I'm going to say overload. All right. Gonna do some stuff real quick. All right. Now we're gonna go to yeah, so interface gigabit 0-0. I'm gonna say yeah, because he's the outside. Yep. Let me exit out of him. Actually, yeah, so IP NAT outside. All right, there it goes. It's gonna do some stuff real quick. Loves doing that. Doing some tracebacks real quick. Tracebacks are not good, but every time I do this for some reason, it always gives me some tracebacks. So we're going to move into interface gigabit 0-1 now. I'm going to say IP NAT inside. All right. Exit. All right, we'll do a do write real quick. How's everybody? Pretty good. Alright, let's do a do ping. Let's just make sure we can actually ping. Yeah, so alright. Woo! We didn't even check that. We got all that way. We didn't even check if we had internet connectivity. Alright. So we're successful, guys. So I just wanted to make sure real quick that I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. So we successfully pinged 8.8.8.8, which is a Google DNS server. All right. So yeah. So what do we do? Let's do a do show run real quick. I just want to go over everything. Yeah. Let's just do a do show run, just so we can just see our configuration real fast. Then we can move in. I believe we can already move into our switch. Just want to check everything out. Loopback address is good. Yep. Yep. Looks good. Ospf. Yep. Alright. Just do a show. Do show. Route real quick. Alright, we got our routes in there already. Alright, so yeah. Woo! We are ready to move on to the switch. Alright, so let's get this let's get this switch fired up over here. All right. This shouldn't, well, yeah, I mean, if you join me on my Twitch streams, you've seen how long one of these switches can take to boot up. This shouldn't take too long, though, on Cisco Modeling Lab, because I took off we took off pretty much all of its interfaces there, so, yeah, this come out pretty quick. So, like I said, what we're going to do, we're just going to go through a simple step-by-step configuration on the switch. We're going to get SSH set up, got a host name on it. You know, just go through the basic couple steps. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. And then what we're going to do, because these multi-layer switches, you can do a lot of stuff with them, so we might as well just do it. So we're going to enable Ospf. So we're going to enable a routing protocol on that multi-layer switch so we can route packets, okay? And then we're going to enable Dhcp so it can act as a Dhcp server. And then what we're going to do with the Dhcp server is off of whatever VLAN, say that network is off of, it's going to dynamically allocate addresses depending on the actual VLAN that the address is associated to. So, well, it's going to dynamically allocate network addresses depending on the port, the interface that the Vlan is associated to, not the Vlan associated. So it's the other way. But either way, what we're going to do is once we get these, say these production computers fire up, they're going to be in their own separate network. Then these actual sales computers right here, they're going to be their own separate network. Okay. And that's just demonstrating, you know, just the kind of possibilities that you can do with a multi-layer switch. And just to go over some of the, you know, this is some of the, this is just, you know, guys, this is just me, you know, just in training for CCNA stuff. So this is just going over basic CCNA configurations here. That's my level, so that's what I'm doing. All right, so nothing too crazy. So there you go, guys. Our switch came up. We're going to open the console here. Jump in. So there you go. So come over here. We're going to go to configuration mode. Comfort T. And we're going to give it a host name. We're going to give you Mr. Switch. Mr. Switch. It's Mr. Switch. All right. Username. Man, I'm so awful at this every time. I swear my memories, as you get older, your memory gets worse. I don't know what it is. Username, admin, privilege, 15, secret. Alright. Yeah. Older I get, the worse my memory is getting, guys. IP, domain, name, Cisco.lab, right, crypto, RSA, crypto key. I'm a mess. Come on, Joe. 2048. 2048 in the year 2048. What's going to happen in the year 2048? Bum, bum. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Almost there, guys. All right. Now we're gonna go configure some. We're gonna use Vlan 1 as our native Vlan, guys. Keep it simple. All right. All right, so we're gonna say, woo. All right, so let's do this. Vlan 1. All right, we're gonna give it a name. I'm gonna say native. All right. There we go. Well, exit out there. We don't want to mess with that one. All right, so we'll go into its interface though. So interface Vlan. All right, 1. I'm gonna do IP address. All right, we're gonna give it a 10.0.100. All right, and we'll say 255.255.0. All right. I'll give it a no shut. Give it a description real quick. We'll say interface. We'll say Vlan. How's that? Vlan to internet. All right. And yeah, so we'll jump out of there. And then we're gonna say Vlan 10. We'll name Vlan 10. And we'll say sales. We'll exit. All right, we're gonna go into interface. Vlan 10 now. All right, we're gonna say IP address. We'll say 10.0.10.100. All right. We'll say 255.255.255.0. All right. We'll do a no shut on that one now too. All right, that's gonna come up in a second. There it goes. Now we'll do a description. Vlan to sales DPT. All right, department. All right, exit. We'll do a Vlan 20 now. We'll give it a name. If I can spell name, we'll say, what do we name our other? I'll say production. There you go. Production. All right, we'll exit. Man, my memory is awful. Interface, Vlan 20. All right. We're going to give this an IP address. All right, we're going to say 10.0.20.100. All right, 255.255.255.0. All right, looks good. All right, we'll do a no shut. Now it's going to come up. We'll give it a description. So we'll give it a description. We'll say Vlan to production DPT. Exit. Let's do a do write real quick. Save our configuration real fast. Alright. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Alright. So we got that. So now we have to go into interface. What was our interfaces on the switch, guys? Let's take a look real fast. Boom, boom. So 0-0 is going to our router. So that needs to be in VLAN 1. And then, yep, okay. So 0-1. Right? Was it 0 dash or was it 0 dash 0? It's 0 dash 0. Alright, we're going to say switch port mode access. Alright, switch port access VLAN 1. Alright. We'll exit out of there now. Yeah, because there's nothing else I have to do in this interface. So we'll exit. Alright. Then we'll go into interface gigabit 0-1. Alright, now we'll say switch port mode access. Alright, switch port access VLAN 10. Alright, we'll exit out of there. We'll go into interface gigabit 0-2. We're going to say switch port mode access. And then switch port access VLAN 20, okay? Exit. We'll do a do write real quick. Alright, let's do an interface loopback 0. Let's configure an IP address on our loopback. So we'll say 2.2.2.2, 255.255.255.255. All right. All right, we'll exit. Now we're gonna what we're gonna do is we're gonna enable Ospf. All right. And then we should start making our adjacencies to our router. And we should be pretty good too. So here we go. So route Ospf Ospf 1. And we're gonna say network. We're gonna say we'll just say everything, I guess. So 0.0 is at 0-0, and that's gonna be in 255.255.255.255. That's just gonna be everything. Area 0. All right. There we go. Look at that. We're already making adjacencies, guys. That was fast. Alright, so let's we'll exit out of there. Actually, we'll do a do show IP route now. We've already got. We're already learning. We're already learning routes. Yeah, we'll go to our router too, and we'll do a. Let's do a show IP route. And look at that, we've already all of our adjacencies already came up. So through OSPF, right here, we've already learned of the loopback address on our switch. All right, and we've already learned through OSPF all of the those other VLAN networks. So the 10.0.10 network, the 10.0.20 network. All right, we didn't have to configure those routes inside of our router at all. All right, we didn't even have to make them in a route table. All we had to do was enable OSPF, and OSPF dynamically created that in our route tables for us. All right, so come back over here, get rid of that. Let's go back over to our switch because we're not done yet. Let me exit. We'll do a do right real quick on that, just to save that configuration since that's looking good. Let's do a do ping real quick. I just want to ensure that we can actually get out of our network. 8.8.8.8. Uh-oh. Oh, I know why. I don't have a default route, do I? No? Okay. So let's do this, guys. Let's do a yeah. Right? Man, why am I lost all of a sudden, guys? Help me out. Bum, 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 bum. All right, IP route 0.0.0.0. All right, and that's gonna go to the that's gonna go to the 0.0.0.0. We're gonna aim that towards 10.0.1.1. All right, let's just do a do show IP route again. I'm always forgetting to set my default gateway. So there you go. So we just updated our gateway last resort. And again, guys, I'm making sure I'm aiming it towards the right interface. So I'm aiming it towards the 10.0.1, which is this interface right here on our router. All right, not our dynamically allocated interface. Okay, so now come back over here and let me just do a do right real quick. Do right. Write it as we go. Now we should be able to ping Google, guys. So here we go one more time. Do ping 8.8.8.8. There you go. All right, so we got we're connected now, guys. All of our routes are good. Now we can go ahead and all right, so we got our VLAN set up. We got our PAT is working. Now it's just setting up DHCP, and that's going to be super easy, guys. All right. Now let's do it. Let's put our backs into it. All right. So here we go. So we're going to say IP DHCP. I'm going to move my silly mouse out of the way. We're going to say pool. We're going to say sales. Okay. That's what we're going to name our pool. Okay. All right. I'm going to there, and then we're going to say network. And that's going to be the 10.0.10.0 network. All right, guys. That's going to be 0. Because this is wildcard now, right? Is it wildcard? No, it's not wildcard. So it'll be 2 for 5 dot 2 for 5 dot 2 for 5 dot 0. Yep. Right. That looks good. And then we're gonna say default router. Now this is a mistake I made earlier. So we're gonna say it's gonna be the 10.0.10.100. Okay, that's what we're gonna say. Our default router is gonna be, and we're gonna, on the other side, we're gonna do 10.0.20.100. Okay, and you'll see why in a second. All right. DNS, we're just gonna say Google. All right. We'll exit out of there now, and we'll say IP DHCP pool, and we're gonna say production. All right, we're gonna make our production pool now. We're gonna say network. And that's going to be the 10.0.20.0 network. That's going to be 2 for 5, dot 2 for 5, dot 2 for 5, dot 0. And default router, that's going to be 10.0.20.100. Right. And DNS is going to be 8.8.8.8. And that's it. We'll exit out of there. Yeah. Do right. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's just exit out of here now. Let's do a show. Let's do a show run. Come on, Betsy. All right. So here we go. There is our DHCP pool, guys. We'll highlight that for us, okay? So there's our DHCP pool. All right, it's identifying our two networks. So we're going to have our sales network. So our sales network is going to be these folks right here. All right. And then we have our production network, which is going to be these folks right here. And then hopefully, if we're successful here, they're going to be dynamically allocated addresses. The sales folks are going to be allocated addresses in the 10, and then the production folks should be allocated addresses in the 20 area. Okay. So yeah, as you guys can see right here. Okay. So that's what we're going after. That's what we're hoping that our configuration, and if our configuration is correct, that's what it should be. There's our loopback address. We'll take a look at our interfaces. Yep. Looks good. Everything's in the right coordinating interface. Our VLANs look like they have all the right IP addresses on it. Ospf is enabled. SSH is enabled. I think that wraps up our switch configurations, guys. Now, if you guys can excuse me just for 1 second, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so we're back here. Like I said, we are pretty good on our switch configuration. So now, here we go. We're gonna dive. We're gonna dive into our switches and our PC. So these switches, these are unmanned switches. They're just like acting as like Ethernet channel Ethernet ports for us, just so I can get more. I don't have to do any more configurations, and allows me just to kind of like plug and play on these things. And you're going to see here in a second. So there we go. So our two unmanned switches just came up, and what we're going to do is going to power on these PCs one at a time, so I can kind of show you, and hopefully we're successful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's check it out, guys. Super interested. See how we're doing here. Cisco. Let's do an IP. Wait, is this IF config? It's IF config on this. So, oh there, look at that. We already got an IP address, guys. I'll highlight that for you. So there we go. So we got an IP address already. And let me do IP route. Does it have IP on this? Yeah, it's got IP, so IP-A should work. No, doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. Making sure. So we got it. Yeah. So we got our IP address. For our default gateway. Let's just try to ping Google, guys. So 8.8.8. Look at that. Boom. Not only did we get an IP address, but we already got. We're already being connected out to the internet already, dynamically like that. So here, we'll power on this PC now, and then again, we should get another IP address. And it should be dynamically allocated, and we should be able to get hooked onto the internet. So once this gets fired up, we'll come over here to the production one. Now again, the situation is we should, on these production PCs, get a totally different network address, okay, than these sales ones. So here's just sales 2. We're going to dive right into this one. So Cisco. All right, we'll do an IP address. All right, so there we already got an IP address, guys, on this one. So again, so this is 10.0.10.2. All right. Come over here. Let's ping our ping Google. There you go. All right. Look at that. Ping statistics: 6 packets transmitted, 6 packets received, 0 packets lost. So we're on it. So here we go. So again, now when we fire up these production PCs, guys, we should be getting a totally different address and a totally different network, okay? And we should be connected to the internet and have all of our default gateways and all of that configured for us right away. So here we go. Log in, Cisco. All right, we'll do an IP address. And there you go. Boom. So here we go, 10.0.20.1, all right? All right, so here we go. Let's ping Google just to make sure we can all of our default gateways and everything is correct. Yep, there we go. 6 packets transmitted, 6 packets received, 0 packets lost. So there we go. We're rocking and rolling in the right directions. Just for redundancy purposes, let's get production 2 up. Let's make sure we can get an IP address to that, and then make sure that that can actually connect out to the internet as well. And there you go, guys. I mean, this was how long are we at already? How long has my stream been? About an hour. So about in an hour, we've configured. We've dynamically we've configured a router with Dhcp, Nat, PAT. We've configured a multi-layer switch with 3 VLANs. We've configured that multi-layer switch also to have to dynamically configure addresses through a DHCP server. And it all just works, guys. And that is the beauty. And that's, just using programs like Cisco Packet Tracer, Cisco Modeling Lab, GNS3, using programs like this and just continuing to just dive into the technologies, guys. That's how, that's honestly how you're going to continue to educate yourself. That's how I've done it. So I encourage everybody out there to pick up Cisco Packet Tracer. It's a free program, guys. That's going to get you started. It's going to get you started down the road if you want to change your career, change your life, and make a difference in your family, make a difference in your life. There we go. Here we go again. We got a dynamically allocated address in the 10.20 network .2. And, all right. Let's come over here. Let's make sure we can. Make sure we can ping Google. 8.8.8.8. There you go. Boom. We're connected to the internet. All right. 7 packets transmitted. 7 packets received. Beautiful, guys. So this has been fun. Extremely fun. Like I said, I've been up on I've been streaming up on Twitch a lot, so if you guys want to catch me up on Twitch, catch me up on there. I usually I try to stream at least 5 days a week, all at random times, but my videos are saved up there for 60 days. I'm gonna start making I'm gonna add this to my I'm gonna add this to my time frame as well, guys, to see if I can squeeze in doing some live streams here up on YouTube. Always, guys, make sure you guys are following me. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, follow me on checking my my website, guys. I'm still I started school. I'm in my second class already right now. So my schedule is getting a little bit tighter, but I'm still trying to find time to make content, stuff like that. So we're having fun, guys. That's what it's all about. We're doing things, we're learning, we're educating ourselves, and we're changing our careers, we're changing our lives. We're taking a step in the positive direction. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope this was fun. This should be up YouTube probably forever. So if you guys catch it later, cool. If you guys want to catch me live, you guys know, hopefully know where to catch me live. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, guys.